When most people think about tithing in the Old Testament, they think about supporting the temple, funding the priesthood, maintaining religious infrastructure. But Deuteronomy 14:28 through 29 reveals something that reframes the entire conversation. At the end of every 3 years you shall bring out all the tithe of your produce in the same year and lay it up within your towns. And the Levite, because he has no portion or inheritance with you, and the sojourner the fatherless, and the widow who are within your towns shall come and eat and be filled, that the Lord your God may bless you. Every 3rd year, the entire tithe, 100% of it, was redirected, not to the temple, not to the priesthood, to the Levite, the stranger, the orphan, and the widow. Now here's what most people miss. Year 6 falls on both a 3rd-year tithe cycle and the year before the Sabbath. And Leviticus 25:20 through 21 tells us that in the 6th year God promises a harvest so large it will sustain Israel for 3 years. But why a triple harvest specifically? Because normally the needy had provision built into every harvest. Leviticus 19:9. Don't reap to the edges. Don't gather the gleanings. Leave them for the poor and the stranger. Ruth gleaning in Boaz's field wasn't charity, it was a covenant right. But in year 7, the Sabbath year, there was no planting, no harvest, which meant no gleaning. So God did two things simultaneously in year 6. He commanded 100% of the tithe to go to the needy, and he multiplied the harvest threefold, which meant triple gleaning. He didn't just give them a handout, he tripled their normal access to provision right before that access vanished for an entire year. God bent the agricultural calendar, performed a supernatural multiplication, and restructured the entire tithe, all to make absolutely certain the needy were covered, not the percentage, the people. Now let me ask you this. If the tithe is done away with as God's purpose for it also disappeared, did the widow stop mattering when the covenant changed? Did the orphans lose their place in God's heart when the temple fell? Or did the mechanism change while the mission remained exactly the same? Matthew 25:45. Truly I say to you, as you did not do it to one of the least of these, you did not do it to me. The people were always the point,